Well, it's the first day of World Swiss Stage. I'm joined right now by APA. This interview is brought to you by Prize Picks. And it's a bit of a different interview because I was just talking to you about how last year at Worlds, I think this is only up for members because I never published it. There was a interview that I did with you after a loss, and you were
really depressed,
really upset, and I think gave one-word answers to every question I asked. I had this PTSD moment as I was
going to do the same.
Yes, yeah. But you walked in and you were like a functional human. So what has changed in the past year that allows you to lose a match in Swiss and still be able to keep yourself together?
Well, I mean, the tournament's still going on, and while it definitely sucked, I think this game came down to genuinely just like our fighting and execution. I think like we honestly played the map better than LNG. I think there was multiple times where we would just like randomly, we randomly got Baron, we would randomly get turrets, we would get flashes, and then yeah, I just think like as a team we just failed at fighting. I think we fought like really poorly, to be honest. And the reason I'm okay with it is because I don't think we normally fight that poorly.
Okay. So it seems, from your perspective, it's like, okay, the important stuff went okay.
Yeah.
You just need to shore up the fighting part.
We did like the hard stuff honestly well. And then we did, I don't want to say easy because like fighting is not easy, but like we did we just didn't team fight that well.
I talked to you a couple days ago when I was doing the Swiss stuff and we were making some content for our tests and all that stuff. And I asked you how this year feels compared to last year. You were talking about the difference in the fact that this year you're not scrimming, or you were not scrimming at the time, Eastern teams. Yeah. Have you been able to scrim them since, and how are you feeling
we scrimmed
about
some of
things?
the Eastern teams.
Yeah.
And I mean, my biggest worry was genuinely just like if we can keep up in lane with them, and what's it called? As far as I can remember, I think we did solid in lane in the LNG game. I don't think anyone got ran. I think I was up even like a little bit gold. I got to play it for myself. So yeah, like that was genuinely my biggest worry. I think, I mean, the only thing I'm upset about this game for losing is just like our team fights was just bad.
Yeah. I think some folks might get a little bit of hope from this interview because I think so many fans are used to, oh, we get excited about a team going to Worlds and then the first game they lose and then we go, oh, now it's over. But it sounds like you have a lot more faith that you guys that this will be a competitive Worlds for you guys.
Of course. I mean, I said it in different interviews that I think like facing these teams will be a very good litmus test. And obviously while we still did lose, we didn't get shit on.
Yeah.
It's just the best way to put it. I would consider that a competitive game. And then while we still lost, we very easily could have won it.
How do you think the World's meta is shaping up? Because one of the things we talked about was this like Eastern-Western meta forming.
Well, we still haven't seen a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only like one day, I think on like the 5th game today, if I recall.
Yes.
So I haven't seen too much of it.
I don't know if you're feeling it in scrims, where like suddenly you're playing against, you get into a scrim and like the Eastern teams just lock in 5 champions that you don't expect to see at all or something, you know?
No, I think we all had like ideas of what they were playing. We just didn't know their like tier list in a sense.
Gotcha. Okay.
We always knew that they were going to play like X champions in each role. We just didn't know, like for example, like Chovy, B1 Smolder.
Yes. Yeah.
Versus like other teams like just don't even rate Smolder at all. So like we just didn't know the tier list of what they rate their characters.
Gotcha. Okay. What teams are impressing you the most based off obviously a limited amount of games today, but also just practice and all that?
I think the Genji Weibo game was a lot closer than I expected. I think Weibo actually played solid. They had a decent swap. Who else? I would say Genji Weibo. I think top esports was like impressive to watch.
Yeah.
I think those teams so far where I was like, oh, they're actually playing pretty well. Like I like what they're doing.
Yeah. As you were walking in here, I was scrolling Twitter, and I came across this graphic. Have you seen this?
Refuse to check that.
Okay, I'm not. Yeah, there's nothing here that's toxic. It's just funny. So the average age of all these different teams, we have sent both the youngest and oldest team at Swiss Any thoughts on the fact that, and also I think the biggest disparity is once you get a team like, what do you think about all these old guys hanging out on your raising the average age above?
I mean, don't
else?
I just have like two of the oldest players at the tournament?
Yes,
like I have
yes, you
Core,
do.
who's 30,
Yeah.
Impact, who's 29, who's turning 30.
Turning 40. He might
Sorry,
as well, yeah.
turning same thing.
He's 29, turning 40. When you talk to him, it feels that way.
I mean, they're just a couple old guys. Like even
Yeah.
Umpty, who is younger than them, is also
Yes.
like 25 or 26. So, yeah, it's funny.
I didn't mean it in a serious way, but I do find it funny because I had not realized that. I mean, obviously, we know that these guys have been around for a bit.
I refuse to check Twitter today.
Okay. Well, don't worry. That was the only thing I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you a search for APA or anything like that. You're fine.
Maybe I'll check it tomorrow if I win.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. If you win, don't open up Twitter until you win. Okay. Other than that, how's everything been going as you guys have gotten over to Europe? Have you acclimated?
Yeah, no.
We were talking. You got
Yeah.
sick a little bit when you first got over here.
Other than being sick for like the first week, like literally I think 3 weeks ago at this point,
Yeah.
we're fine. Like we're all healthy again. Like no time zone issues.
Yeah.
As far as I understand, none of us are like feeling homesick or anything.
Yeah.
I think we're all fine.
The dreary Berlin weather is not holding you back.
No.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. Have you had a chance to talk to any of the other Worlds players, or I know you guys tend to be in the same hotel. I don't know if you get to have any fun conversations with anybody.
Not like sit down conversations.
Yeah.
You know, if you see someone in the hallway, you'll like say hello or like maybe make a joke or whatever, but not like any in-depth conversations.
Yeah. Do you think your trash talk reputation has gotten around to all these guys?
At least all the Western players.
Yeah.
I'm unsure. I just don't know anything about the Eastern media, so.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gotten to the point now where you're walking down and like an LEC player averts their gaze or something whenever they see you. They're like, "There's that guy."
I do try to make strict eye contact with every player,
Okay, you do.
and they always look away.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Is that also like even if you guys walk to the restroom and you're like washing your hands and they come up next to you and you're just staring at them from the mirror?
today I was making, as much as I could, very good eye contact with any of the LNG players that were looking at me.
Okay, good. Yeah, just you want them to think this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I love these mental tricks. All right, I know we have limited time, unfortunately. So, is there anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
I mean, the biggest thing is just don't lose hope. Honestly, I think we played below our standard today, and the game was close. We honestly could have won, and I think if we just execute better, I think we would win those games.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage for all things Worlds right here on my YouTube channel. We are at Worlds. That's right. The stage is behind me. The players are going to be playing on it. You've probably already seen them play on it. They're going to continue to play on it until we get to Paris, where they won't be playing on it. Either way, I wouldn't be standing here in front of this camera with the stage behind me if it wasn't for Prize Picks, my sponsor. We're doing a giveaway with them for Worlds. Please check out the link in the description to get into that giveaway. You can sign up for free. We got a bunch of different ways to do it. You can also sign up for Prize Picks itself. And if you do, please use code Travis. If you can play responsibly and it's available in your area, why not check it out? It's a really cool way to engage with League of Legends Worlds matches. And if you think you're so smart about what's happening and you're like, I knew that was going to happen, I knew this team was going to win, I knew this player was going to do this well, then Prize Picks is the place for you. And if you aren't able to figure that stuff out, then at least you can play it with some friends and see how it goes. Thank you so much, Prize Picks, for sending me out here.